Nurses instrumental in mitigating child immunization in COVID-19 across the country were rewarded by the Pan American Health Organization and the Ministry of Health for their efforts during a special luncheon at Super Club's Breezers on Friday. But as Altavi's Munning tells us, health officials are now concerned about a growing trend.
For many years, nurses have gone above and beyond to administer the vaccines needed for children and the general population to fight the spread of any preventable disease. Among them, the first Bahamian to receive a COVID-19 vaccine, retired nurse and former National Immunization Coordinator Ruth Bastian.
I still believe in all vaccines because I know what the impact that vaccines have had on our country. And even though we may have had our naysayers, we can see that because persons were willing to take the vaccine, our coverage remained high enough that the disease abated very quickly in the country.
The Bahamas and the Caribbean in general used to be on top of child immunization statistics, but apparently that's changed in the past few years, and it's a concern for the Pan American Health Organization. In fact, PAHO's Bahamas representative, Dr. Aldana Passan, claims the country is currently at risk for the reintroduction of polio and other diseases, all because vaccination rates are below 95%.
Tourism is booming, which is great news, but that also means that we're having a lot of people coming from places where these diseases are circulating, and we are at risk of diseases coming in. Numbers have started to go up, but they're not where they need to be for us to be out of that risk zone yet. And we want to encourage them to keep encouraging people to bring their kids, make sure they have their vaccinations.
Ministry of Health officials acknowledge the drop in immunization numbers as well. It's attributed to health professionals not being able to get the chance to provide services at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. And add to that, the impact of vaccine hesitancy.
We have launched a number of campaigns. We went into parks, we went into offered to go into schools, and we're trying to find ways to increase our coverage rate so we don't have outbreaks of measles, outbreaks of polio. And the risk is real because we have our source markets where you have circulating pockets of persons with outbreaks of measles, outbreaks of polio, and we don't want that to come into the country and impact our youth.
And here's some sound advice to parents on ensuring their child is immunized.
You do not want them to get polio that there's no cure for, or measles, mumps, rubella, tetanus, pertussis. These are all serious diseases that can make your kids severely ill or even kill them. Do not be afraid. With all the disruption of COVID, some people just forgot and they thought, oh, they were already up to date, or we don't need to do this right now. And so we want to encourage people and remind them. And you know, this is the 50th anniversary of independence. Do this for the country. Let's make this a target to get back up to that 95% coverage, which gives herd immunity and protects the whole country from these very severe diseases.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altavi's Munnings.